the battle in Bengal, which has 42 Lok Sabha seats, is getting more intense. Just a couple of months before the general election, with the BJP hoping to make inroads in Mamta's bastion, it's actually becoming quite ugly. BJP supporters were on the streets of Kolkata today to protest against the violence that took place after Amit Shah's rally on Tuesday. Violence that also led to a war of words between Mamta Banerjee and Home Minister Rajnath Singh. But today, senior BJP leader Giriraj Singh used the ultimate weapon in the BJP's armour, the Pakistan card, making a dig at Mamta's alleged minority appeasement. The BJP hopes that this politics will lead to Hindu votes consolidating.
बंगाल के वासियों, इस सरकार को उखाड़ फेंको। ये सरकार अगर नहीं हम उखाड़ पाएंगे, तो ये भारत को पाकिस्तान बना देगा। यहाँ की सरकार चाह रही है कि हम इसे आने वाले समय में पाकिस्तान और बांग्लादेश बनावे वोट के खातिर।
আমাদের রাজ্য সরকারের হাতেও এসটিএফ আছে, আমাদের রাজ্য সরকারের হাতেও অনেক এজেন্সি আছে। ভাববেন না সবকিছু মুখ বুজে সহ্য করে নেব। শিশু চুরির ঘটনায় এখনো তো বাইরে ঘুরে বেড়াচ্ছেন, করেছেন কি করেননি, জড়িত আছেন কি নেই। আপনাদের আয়ু আর 1 মাস, এক্সপায়ারি ডেট ডিক্লেয়ার হয়ে গেছে। প্লিজ এক্সপায়ার পলিটিক্যালি।
Well, joining us tonight, senior journalist Javed Ansari here in the studio with us. We have Mahua Moitra, spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress, Chandra Bose of the BJP, and Dr. Fawad Halim, spokesperson of the CPM, joining us today. Mr. Bose, just to quickly ask you that why is this, Pakistan card played by the BJP again and again? And we'll talk about the merits and demerits of what's going on with Mamta Banerjee and in Bengal separately. But, early on in the campaign, this time, the Pakistan card has been played by Giriraj Singh. Is it really necessary?
Well, you see, Mamta Banerjee, her politics in West Bengal has always been vote bank politics, appeasement politics, trying to appease a community to gain votes. Now, what people have commented, yes, Bharatiya Janata Party leader Girirajji has commented on this. He has to answer that. I cannot really address his comment. But in West Bengal, we are an inclusive society. Bharatiyas live here, hailing from all communities, all religions, caste and creed. So I don't wish to do any politics based on any religion, caste or creed. That is my politics. That is what I follow, and yes, I am with the Bharatiya Janata Party, and Bharatiya Janata Party is inclusive because our leader, Narendra Modi ji's policy is Sabke Saath, Sabke Vikas, and I follow that to the letter. We implement that to the letter. So today in West Bengal, the vandalism in politics, that is the issue. The vandalism in politics, opposition will not be given any space in West Bengal. Now, what is the paranoia among the Trinamool Congress leaders and workers? The paranoia is due to we are gaining ground. We are gaining ground extremely fast in the districts of West Bengal. And that is the fear, and that is why they are causing grievous harm. They are attacking our workers. Over 300 buses were attacked. Can you imagine the quantum of damage? Bikes were put on fire. This is not the Bengal that we are looking for. People in West Bengal are peace-loving. They don't want violence.
Okay.
But political violence, I think we top the charts. And thanks to the Trinamool Congress, thanks to its leader, Mamta Banerjee. You see, when she came to power in 2011, people of Bengal voted for a mass leader. People of Bengal voted for a change.
You actually made an important point. You're talking about the political violence in the state, which is a reality and has been a reality, unfortunately, for decades. You have that on one hand, and this kind of polarization politics that's being played out on the other hand. So, Pakistan will come up. You'll have, meanwhile, vandalism and trucks being torched, etc. Mahua Moitra, I mean, is the TMC a little nervous about the BJP going sort of all hammer and tongs in Bengal? It's doing a very aggressive campaign there. They only won 2 seats last time, but they're targeting 22 this time. I mean, you know, yes, Amit Shah often makes very tall claims, but chalo 22 nahi aayenge, to maybe 10 aa jayenge. I mean, is that making Mamata Banerjee just a little nervous?
Nidhi, I ask you, do we look nervous? I mean, this is like going to a seller who's hawking wares on a sidewalk and he says how much and he says 500 and you say, well, 10 rupees and you think you'll settle for something. So politics doesn't work like that. You've got 2 and you say 22 and you think you get 10 in the middle. I don't think it works like that. What struck me is the gentleman before me who claims to be a spokesperson for the BJP, and when asked about a leader's remarks, he says you'll have to ask him. So I don't see any point of a spokesperson coming on a show if you cannot justify or indeed back up a claim that your own leader has made. So I think the BJP in Bengal is they keep saying they're second. Every election we've had, yes, they're second, but the difference in the number of votes is to the tune of, for example, the last by-election there was to a parliamentary constituency, the vote difference between us and the BJP was 4.5 lakhs. So yes, they're a second, but when we talk about there's such a pathetic second, does it look like we're bothered? So when the Mamata Banerjee's politics and the Trinamool's politics has been consistently infrastructure development and grassroots development, and which is what we've done, and which is why we are exceedingly confident of what we bring to our people.
Who was busy attacking the BJP's?
Okay, so shall I? Okay, there's a very important point. Yeah. There's a very important point here. Yeah, Nidhi, there's a very important point to remember here. If the Trinamool were interested in vandalism and in spoiling the rally, we would have done it before the rally. The rally took place absolutely peacefully. So if the Trinamool were actually, if the idea was to do something to spoil the rally or to stop Amit Shah from speaking, I'm sure the Trinamool, being the party on the ground, would have had the wherewithal to do it before the rally. The rally took place with no trouble whatsoever. It was a damn squib of a rally. The area where it took place borders Orissa. The BJP ferried in truckloads of people from Baripada and Balasore, from the Howrah and Hooghly districts. Every single person who's been arrested was from the Howrah district. They've even burnt, the BJP cadre went on the rampage, burnt a Trinamool office. We have held on to the Kanti Lok Sabha seat from time, even when the CPM were in power, the Kanti and the East Medapur districts were Trinamool strongholds. Okay. Do you think in an area like that we are bothered about?
So are you saying the BJP is making this up? Are you saying the BJP is making this up? That you're basically
yes,
saying...
of course they're making this up. Yes, of course. I mean, the BJP's only doctrine, Nidhi, has been the Goebbels doctrine, which is if you repeat a lie often enough, somebody or the other will believe it. Okay. So, of course, they're making this up. There's no question about it.
Let me ask Javed Ansari to just give us to take a step back from all of this. It's very clear that the BJP is going for a very aggressive campaign in Bengal. Is there optimism about increasing their tally founded in any reality?
Look, this business of 22 I don't agree with, but I would not be surprised if their vote share increases and maybe they get 1 or 2 extra seats than what they already have. But this 22 is all hyperbole. Most political parties, and this is not just exclusively BJP's, most political parties on the eve of elections, they talk up their claims. As far
That's
as
why I said 22 nahi hoga, maybe 10, maybe 8.
They are hoping that by launching this vigorous muscular campaign in West Bengal, they'll be able to offset some of the losses that they will have in the Hindi heartland. Whether that happens or not, we don't know. But one thing is for sure, that BJP's fixation with Pakistan continues unabated. You know, Pakistan figures in Indian elections, on the eve of Indian elections, state and national, with much greater frequency than India has been figuring in the last 2 elections in Pakistan. I've covered the 2014 elections.
Actually, the Pakistanis must be laughing at what's happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
To us.
I've covered the 2013 elections in Pakistan. You follow Pakistan very closely. Unfortunately, we appear to give them a lot more prominence than they actually deserve.
Well, Fawad Halim, how is the left, looking at then how this sort of politics is going to play out in the next couple of months? Are we going to see communal polarization, violence actually only increase in the next 2 months?
Well, it's very clear that the Bharatiya Janata Party would like to benefit the Trinamool Congress here in West Bengal, and the Trinamool Congress is going out on a limb to actually ensure that the Bharatiya Janata Party can strike some roots too. And one has to understand this orchestrated animosity between the Trinamool Congress and the Bharatiya Janata Party was exemplified on the 19th of January when Mamata Banerjee invited 3 members of the Bharatiya Janata Party to address her rally. Let's be very clear that she started this game of the good BJP and the bad BJP. The Trinamool Congress spokesperson.
They aren't exactly sort of card carrying, sort of BJP members. I mean, they're rebels. Let's face it.
Yeah, absolutely. With Mamata Banerjee utilizing what you call LK Advani and Vajpayee. And therefore, yesterday, when Derek O'Brien very categorically on behalf of the Trinamool Congress says that there is another BJP, there is a clarion what you call understanding for a post-2019 scenario, which I think so the leadership that came from all over India clearly saw through on the 19th, and they could not conclude as to who will be the Prime Minister candidate. Mamata Banerjee organizing the entire extravaganza to conclude to that end. The second courtesy that Amit Shah has afforded Trinamool Congress is that he said, and he's instructed his party, what you call organization, very clearly not to fight more than 50% of the seats here in West Bengal. The third part is because the Bharatiya Janata Party state president actually expressing himself that he is very, very happy to see if Mamata Banerjee becomes the Prime Minister of India. So I think so this entire what you call game of cat and mouse between the TMC and the Bharatiya Janata Party goes back to their origin.
Okay, but Mr. Chandra Bose, do you want to sort of take on what Mahua was saying, that you're all orchestrating this violence against yourself yesterday?
First of all, I would like to clarify that why should we? You see, today the question of Pakistan arises because it is Trinamool Congress who has invoked Pakistan. Trinamool Congress senior minister in 2016 assembly polls in Khidirpur declared Khidirpur as mini Pakistan. So today, I mean, on what basis Ms. Moitra is stating that I don't believe in invoking religion, Pakistan or any country. This is national politics. We are talking about Bharat. We are talking about Bharatiyas. Now, I can only speak for Bharatiya Janata Party and no individuals in the party. Now, obviously, Girirajji had a very, very strong issue and point because Pakistan is being invoked by Trinamool Congress and Mamata Banerjee. She wants.
In 2016,
in fact, a minister has declared a certain area of Calcutta
in an assembly constituency
Pakistan.
3 years ago.
So you don't need any other
do you
leader
have to
of any
invoke
other
it in
party
2019?
to invoke Pakistan. This is one.
No.
Number two.
Because is that going to be the bigger message, Mr. Bose? That the opposition is Pakistani. If you don't vote for X, you are a Pakistani. This place will turn into Pakistan. It didn't work in Bihar, by the way. It really backfired in Bihar.
Yeah, when that firecracker remark was made.
Yeah, Amit Shah said it that time, that firecrackers are going to be burst in Pakistan if the opposition wins Bihar. So it's not something that necessarily works. You would agree?
Well, I believe in inclusive politics, and so does Narendra Modi ji, Amit Shah and Bharatiya Janata Party. That is the reason why I am with Bharatiya Janata Party. And today in Bengal politics, it is obviously in Bengal, all communities, all caste, creed, they live happily ever after. They live happily together.
It sounds like a lovely fairy tale.
There is no political party who can cause any rift among communities. Honestly. That's not the issue. The rift is being caused by Mamata Banerjee and Trinamool Congress.
Javed has a point
by doing vote bank politics, by doing appeasement. You cannot go for Durga Puja immersion because of Maharam processions. This has never ever happened. There has been no issue till the Trinamool Congress came to power.
Which actually brings me to a follow-up question for Javed, which is that today the BJP, frankly, is able to make any inroads that it is in Bengal also because of the kind of politics that Mamata Banerjee plays, right? There is a certain sort of appeasement politics that she's been accused of playing, perhaps bending over backwards towards radical Muslim clerics, going out of her way which in a way does consolidate then Hindu votes in parts of the state. That does help the BJP, and that's why they're doing this.
Certainly. Certainly, Mamata Banerjee needs to do a course correction. I am no fan of this kind of appeasement or catering to radical elements, whether they are in the Hindu community or Muslims. Mr. Chandra Bose is somebody I highly respect and I listen to, but I do believe, with due respect to you, sir, that you are in a hopeless minority in your party. At least the leaders who matter in your party do not believe an iota of what you are speaking about. You speak of inclusiveness. They leave no opportunity in reminding people of belonging to the minority community of otherness. And every time, at the drop of a hat, they are either sending people to Pakistan. Now they've shifted even further. They're saying that the Pakistan will be created in India. It's a really, really sad commentary.
Mahua, last quick comments from everyone. Mahua.
Yeah, Nidhi, I take very strong objection to the fact, and you almost seem to agree with it. It's almost like it's taken for granted that Mamata Banerjee, and the gentleman before me even said that, he said that Mamata Banerjee is doing minority appeasement. I'm just going to point out two statistics. Bengal is about 29% Muslims. Our entire budget for the Minority Affairs Department in 2017-18 was 2,750 crores. That works out to a per capita spend of 1,143 rupees. Karnataka has 13% minorities, 13% Muslims. Their annual outlay is 2,850 crores, per capita spend 3,500 rupees. Telangana, 14% Muslims, per capita spend 2,700 rupees. So both Karnataka and Telangana spent more than double and 3 times what we do on minorities, number one. The second thing that people keep saying is she is appeasing radical Muslims and radical clerics. Where does that even come from? Has there been one incident, any kind of terrorist attack which has stemmed from Bengal where there has been radical clerics doing something? Give me one incident. The third thing that everyone goes on about is, oh, Mamata Banerjee is helping illegal infiltration. I want to say one thing to you, that there is 4,096 kilometers of border that we share with Bangladesh, India does, of which Bengal has 2,200 kilometers. The central government is solely responsible. The Ministry of Home Affairs is solely responsible for border security under the BSF. The state government has nothing to do with it. So if the central government should so want, seal the border, put a wall, do whatever you like, stop your infiltration, don't tell us about it because we are not responsible.
All right,
on these 3 things, I would like to point out that this entire minority
Bengal is, all right,
it's just a myth, and we're playing into this.
I think as we now focus more and more on the elections, Bengal is going to be one of those key states, Javed, isn't it, along with UP, Bihar, the Hindi heartland, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu perhaps, where, we're looking at those states with 40 plus seats, and Bengal therefore is a prime target for the BJP in its mission for 2019. I don't think they've put a number on that yet. They're not talking about 350 anymore, but let's see what it ultimately is. Thank you very much to all of you for joining us tonight.